weary travellers, to the Library of Legend. I am Jacktar Lad, and I will be your games master for this evening. This, of course, is Read and Roll, the show where we bring on an unsuspecting guest to play through one of the fighting fantasy choose-your-own-adventure game books. It's been a minute because last week we had a bit of an internet outage, so I wasn't able to stream at all. In fact, no one was able to do anything for quite a while. That's why you should always read books. The internet isn't everything. Go out and touch grass with a book and some dice. So the week before that, I did a playthrough, which you should go and see. I did a playthrough myself of The City of Thieves. It was a playthrough where I won, obviously, much to the surprise of many people. Not really. But yeah, it was more of a tutorial than an actual game. It wasn't really me playing. It was me purposefully winning. Although the chat made it quite interesting by adding their own little, bits to it. Anyway, today's adventurer is a streamer who streams games and has many things comics related. They present the show's Comics Gaming Corner. They've got Chill and Build Live. They are also the host of The Full List, Comics Couple Cafe, and Talking Shop. It is, of course, ComixDad. Welcome, ComixDad. How are you doing?
Aha! I'm doing well. Let's go slay
Is that an
some
actual sword?
Sort of. It's a sword, but it's not sharpened, and it's not steel. Like a prop sword.
Well, how are you doing, my friend?
I'm doing well. I, due to that darn internet outage last week, I wasn't able to get my my fill of fighting beasts and creatures, and probably stepping on like a trapped tile and just instantly dying. But that's why I'm back. That's why I'm here this week instead. But I'm doing well. Things are going all right, man. I hope you're doing well. And hello to everybody in the chat. I hope everybody in the chat as well. You didn't quite escape the Library of Legend. You're here now. You got away with it last week, but now I've got you in my grasp. And so today, let's go. Thunder. Thundercats. Oh.
Well, let's just say a quick hello to some people in the chat. We've got Legatus Legionis, of course, favorite mod, the best mod on the internet.
Up, Legatus?
And of course, we've got the Eclectic Goat here as well.
Go!
Hello. Eclectic Goat was a guest adventurer about 3 weeks ago. So she was the one before my one. I'm sure there'll be some others turning up shortly. But anyway, we're going to switch over into game mode. We've done all the testing. So let's get into game mode. So here we are. Right. Did you happen to read through the blurbs of the book?
I did. Okay. I'm excited.
Well, today I gave ComixDad the choice between these 3 books. There's The Warlock of Firetop Mountain, The Caverns of the Snow Witch, and The House of Hell. So, I know that you decided previously in your head.
Yes, sir.
But now after looking at these lovely artworks on these books, have you changed your mind at all?
No, I have not. If anything, I've doubled down.
Okay. So what is your choice for today?
We are going to go with Caverns of the Snow Witch.
The Caverns of the Snow Witch. Brilliant one. One that's not been on frequently, although 2 people have played it. I think Smoo played it.
and he got stuck in, Smooth the DJ.
Mm-hmm.
He played it, and he got stuck in this death loop. This
jeez.
death loop. So, with that in mind, I'm just going to get the books down. First of all, I'd just like to say, if you wouldn't mind doing all the things and the stuff, click the subscribe button, click the bell, get a finger or a thumb, stick it right up on in there. Makes me feel all warm and fuzzy inside. Hey, is that Steve Jackson? The book, the Steve Jackson. What do you mean, the Steve Jackson?
Yes.
You could mean like
Jackson.
Steve Jackson from the Jackson 5, or like the Jackson 5's distant cousin. So what do you mean that Steve Jackson? I'm gonna keep doing that. Jackson. Anyway.
Instead of ABC 1 2 3, I'm gonna sing DEF 4 5 6.
Right, so let's get the book text up. Where's it gone? Come here, you sneaky buggers. They're hiding all the way down there.
Those sneaky buggers.
Those sneaky buggers. There we go. The Caverns of the Snow Witch. So, I did give you the blurb earlier, but I'm going to read it out to. I'm going to read it out to the chat so that they know what we're doing and where we're going. So, the Caverns of the Snow Witch. Deep within the crystal caves of the Icefinger Mountains, the dreaded Snow Witch of Elancia is using her dark powers to bring on a new ice age and thereby hold the world under her dominion. You know nothing of this until a brave trapper dies in your arms, having fallen victim to the terrible creature you're hunting, and lays the burden of his mission on your shoulders. But time is running out. You must take up the challenge without delay. Many dangers lie ahead, and your success is by no means certain. Powerful adversaries are ranged against you, and your only choice is to kill or be killed. So, are you ready to begin your adventure?
Yeah, I got a click in one shoulder, so I just got to get it ready before this gets thrust upon these shoulders, these falling apart, rickety shoulders.
Well, I haven't given you much information in regards to the rules, but shortly we will be rolling for your 3 main stats, which are skill, stamina, and luck. But on your journey, you have the choice of choosing one of 3 potions. You've got the potion of skill, the potion of strength, and the potion of fortune. Each of the potions can be used once, anytime throughout the journey, as long as you're not already in battle.
Gotcha.
The potion of skill restores skill points if you lose any. Potion of strength restores stamina points if you lose any. And the potion of fortune restores luck points. But it also adds 1 to your initial luck. Ooh. Now, what I mean by initial is the dice rolls that you make in a moment, they will be the top scores that your points can ever be. They will never ever go any higher. But the luck potion adds 1 to your initial luck when you drink it. But they all fill up your points back to their initial values. But the luck one adds 1 extra to your initial luck.
It's enticing.
Yeah. I'm going to give you more of the rules as we go through the game. When we start battles, I'll give you more of the rules on the battles if you're not familiar with them. But I'll just tell you them anyway.
Sounds good.
Anyway, hints on play. Your journey will be perilous, and you are likely to fail on your first attempt. Make notes and draw a map as you explore. This map will be invaluable for future adventures and enable you to progress rapidly through unexplored sections. Not all areas contain treasure, some merely contain traps and creatures which you will no doubt fall afoul of.
You may make wrong turnings during your quest, and while you may indeed progress through to your ultimate destination, it's by no means certain that you will find what you're searching for. It will be realized that the sections make no sense if watched in the numerical order, or if read in the numerical order. That doesn't make sense there, because I don't know why it says video and watched. But anyway, it's essential that you read through only the sections where you have been linked. I think I wrote this for something else that's supposed to have videos in it. Anyway.
I mean, we're on video. Maybe it's just us.
Yeah. The one true way involves a minimum of risk, and any player, no matter how weak on the initial dice rolls, should be able to get through fairly easy. So, may the luck of the gods go with you on the adventure ahead. Right. Let's just see what you're saying in chat.
So basically, I'm opening the first door and I'm getting eaten by a troll. That's what's happening.
Well, it's funny you say that, because Smooth the DJ currently holds the record for the quickest death in
really
in Read and Roll. Yeah, he died within like one choice. Basically, he made his first choice. He got into a battle and died.
Oh, I love it.
However, I've made it a little bit fun. You've got some lifelines which you can use, which I told you about earlier, the Ask the Audience, Phone a Friend, and Backtrack. I'll be making a note of the choices that you make and the paragraphs that preceded them, and if you want to use Backtrack, we'll be able to go back to a paragraph if you make a choice that you don't like. However, on some paragraphs, it would be not wise to go back, because simply there is either no choice there, or there may not be enough choices to make, basically.
Gotcha.
So let's see what Eclectic Goat said. Steve Jackson Games, the only one that matters while gaming. Then yes, it's the Steve Jackson.
I was really hoping
I said it right.
Jackson 5's cousin.
Things are done, bells are clicked, pribs are subbed. Okay.
Yeah.
And Abe, pleasure to see you, mate. Good to have you here.
What's going on, buddy?
Right, so let's get into your adventure. Oh, first of all,
yes,
we've got a roll for your stats. So, where's it gone? Adventure sheet, come here. Where are you?
No,
there
I don't
you
want to
are.
be found.
Okie dokie.
And I know we've got this handy dandy dice roller, but I don't know if you can hear it. Got some in hand too, just for the spirit.
For the spirit, indeed, but I can't see them, so we'll go with my dice roller.
I rolled 83. I'm just letting you know.
On 2d6, yeah?
Yep, exactly. 2d6 plus the 76 modifier. Well, because, you know, 5th edition rogues, that's how that works.
Well, here we go then. So, first of all, we're going to roll for your skill score. So, if you will roll 1d6, please, and we'll add 6 to that score.
Okay.
Ooh. Oh, dearie me.
Let's go.
So you have an initial skill of 7. Now, for your stamina, could you roll 2d6, please?
There we
6
go.
And a 5. That's not bad at all.
That's what we want.
So 6 and a 5, that's 11, plus the 12, that's 23. Nice.
Let's do it.
So you got a lot of stamina. I bet Comics Queen Mom is happy. And can you roll one more d6, please, for your
one more d6. Heart of the cards.
3 plus 6 is 9. Excellent. Right. Which potion would you like to take with you?
Oh boy. That's a tough choice. Let's take that. Considering I rolled so poorly on it, I guess let's take that skill potion.
Okay. Just to remind you, your initial skill will never get any higher than 7, even if you lose points in your current skill. If you're able to bring your skill back up, it will never ever get any higher than 7. I'm just letting you know that.
Oh, so there are ways as we go through the adventure to possibly regenerate skill point?
Possibly,
potentially.
But it's completely up to you. The luck is a pretty good luck score, what you've got at the moment. But if you use the potion of luck, it will actually give you 10 when you use it. Like it'll put your initial luck up to 10.
Yeah, I did forget about that. So you know what? You swayed me. Let's take the luck potion.
Okie dokie. But of course, you may need it for your stamina as well. You may need a potion of stamina. So, like I said, the choice is yours. You're running.
I am used to playing a barbarian class, so I fight with reckless abandon. So we're just gonna go. We're just gonna go in. We're just gonna do it.
Not on reckless abandon, maybe, but not on a skill of 7. I'm just warning you right now. You might come up against some very hefty foes. Anyway, so you've chosen
I wasn't
potion
too
of luck.
thrilled with that first roll, but it is what it is.
Well, so let me just say something quickly first, because in the game itself, I have added some monetization options for the chat to get involved. Mm-hmm. So if someone was to donate £5 right now, it could grant you a reroll, and then because you haven't started the game yet, you could choose to re-roll your skill, your stamina, or your luck. But that's only if they donate £5 right now.
Pay to win, folks. Let's go.
But if you look for the people in the chat, if you look in the description below, you'll see a whole bunch of monetization options that run from £1 to £100. And I'm not going to go through them now, but they're in the description below the video. Have a look through them, and you can interact with the Adventurers game, including one which is a £20 donation spawns a random enemy anywhere at any time. There are options.
I like you, Jack. I don't like you that much.
There are options to grant the adventurer a potion, maybe a random potion. It could be a potion of choice, depending on how much you pay. Those potions can be used during battles, but the one that you were granted at the very beginning, that cannot be used in a battle.
Gotcha.
So have you chosen potion of luck, potion of stamina, or potion of skill?
Well, seeing what the goat put in the chat, it's making me double guess. Are you pointing me in the direction of luck for a reason? Are you maybe
Who knows?
Maybe you're just playing mind games with me, Jack. No, I'm gonna I think I'm gonna stick with luck, because I feel like definitely having that 1 point increase on luck will be helpful at some point during the adventure. Because like you said, I didn't do too bad. I rolled 3. I rolled exactly half. So maybe having that 1 point down the road could help. So
maybe that skill will be the end of you on your first decision. Like
that's on me. I rolled
like
I rolled a 1. That's no potions are gonna help me out of that probably.
Okay then. Well, if you're ready, we've rolled your stats. It's time to begin.
Let's do it.
So, I'll read you the background. Okay. Winters in northern Alansia are always cruel and bitter. The snow falls thick and icy, and the wind blows hard, chilling everybody to the bone. For the past few weeks, you have been hired by a merchant called Big Jim's son to protect his trading caravans as they roll their way slowly through the north to the frozen outposts. The horse-drawn carts are laden with cloth, utensils, weapons, salted meats, spices, and tea, which are traded for furs and ivory carvings made of mammoths' tusks. Big Jim is not usually worried about travelling north, as bandits only attack his caravans on the return journey. He is not alone in recognising the value of northern goods. On this particular trip, you are walking ahead of 6 carts across a frozen lake. In the distance, you can see the snow-capped peaks of the Icefinger Mountains jutting out of the low cloud. Your destination lies at the base of the mountains where the Northmen meet trade. Snow is falling, but not too heavily. You stop to prod the ice with your sword to make sure that it can bear the weight of the carts, when suddenly the shrill call of a hunting horn breaks the silence. You stand up and run back to the carts to talk to Big Jim. He's sitting next to the driver of the second cart, puffing on a long briar pipe. A huge man with a great bushy beard. Looks like someone I know. Big Jim is obviously a man to be reckoned with. His bright blue eyes scan the horizon, searching for signs of life. In a deep voice, he says, "Sounds like it came from the outpost. Reckon you better go off and investigate. Could be trouble. Get back quick." You set off straight away towards the outpost at the base of the Icefinger Mountains. You arrive 2 hours later at the scene of an ugly carnage. The snow is red with blood and all the wooden huts are smashed and torn. 6 men lie dead, their bodies slashed, their axes at their sides in the snow. Judging by the size of the footprints, the creature that attacked the outpost must have been enormous. There is nothing you can do for the unfortunate Northmen, so you head back towards Big Jim's caravan to report the news. You reach them in an hour, just as the daylight is fading. You relate the terrible events that have befallen the outpost. Big Jim orders the carts to be drawn into a circle to protect his men during the night. A large fire is built into the centre of the circle, and you sit down beside it to talk to Big Jim. Everybody is nervous, and a guard is posted to watch for signs of movement outside. In a low voice, Big Jim asks you if you will hunt the terrible creature, or otherwise his business will be ruined forever. You smile and reply that you will track down the beast, but only for a purse of 50 gold pieces. Big Jim's jaw drops, and it takes a great deal of persuasion, put my teeth back in, persuasion before he agrees to your demand.
I mean, it sounds like Big Jim's got the posture to just do this himself. You don't want to pay the 50, so.
I reckon so too. You've got the sword at least.
That's true. That's true.
The snow finally stops falling as you settle down for the night. Sleep is a long time coming, but your mind is active with thoughts of the impending hunt. When you wake just after dawn, the fire is reduced to dying embers. Wisps rise gently into the morning mist, and not a sound is to be heard. You walk over to where Big Jim is sleeping and tap him on the shoulder. He wakes with a start, and you tell him that you're setting off and hope to be back later that day. You wave to the guard as the snow starts to fall again, and make your way back to the outpost. Now turn over to receive your present. No. I
don't like the phrasing of that.
The receive your present was a little addition by me. Why is he named Big Jim?
I'm about to find out with what I'm receiving, I think.
Big Jim Swing. Oh yeah. That's right, Abe. Big Jim. It's good to see you, Shah Davyverse, in the chat. Thanks for joining us. I did mention earlier. Oh, there we go. Tomby's in the chat as well.
Hey,
welcome, Tomby.
Davyverse. What's going
Good
on,
to see you
fellas?
guys. Thanks for joining us. Hello, you canoots.
That's always a great clip.
It is. Hello, you canoots. I've been told that maybe I should try to keep my language down whilst on this stream, because it makes it a little bit more teen friendly. Not that I'm trying to bring in kids or anything like that.
Yeah.
But these books are made for young adults, basically. I didn't know that until recently. I always thought they were quite adult.
Yeah, the one of the couple of these that I've seen, yeah, it definitely seemed it was more adult geared than teen geared. But you know what? Who hasn't dropped an F or a C or an S or something like that here and there as a teenager? I know I did plenty.
Well, I swear like a sailor. You know, so it's very difficult for me. King Canute Davy, indeed, Abe. Oh, Steve's here as well. Welcome, Steve.
Hey,
Various
Steve.
greetings. Anyway. Right, so this is it. This is your first decision. Don't forget,
No pressure.
Smooth the DJ died after this. So there's a hint. So, right.
Boy.
Paragraph 1. By the time you reach the outpost again, the bodies are blanketed with snow and the beast's footprints are covered. The visibility is poor as you set off towards the mountains where you hope to find the abominable killer beast. The snow on the mountainside is soft and you sink up to your knees as you climb slowly up. You find yourself at the edge of a crevasse, which is spanned by an ice bridge. If you wish to cross the crevasse by the ice bridge, turn to 335. If you would rather walk around the crevasse, turn to 310.
Now, my one question for you is this the exact adventure that Smooth set that record with?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay. So the pressure's really on. I will choose to rather walk around the crevasse. The crevice.
Okie dokie. Here we go. You're going to go around the crevice. No one wants to go in a crevice, do they? Here we go then. 310.
Let's see. Oh.
As you walk along the edge of the crevasse, the wind starts to howl, blowing flurries of snow into your face. You put your head down and stride into the wind. A dark shape suddenly looms out of the curtain of the snow ahead. A huge, hairy mammoth stands before you, its long tusks curving out threateningly, trumpeting loudly. It lumbers forward to attack. It has a skill of 10 and a stamina of 11. Now,
Mommy.
I want to tell you, 7 against 10 isn't usually a good one. This is why Smooth died. Now,
of course, I chose the path Smooth went. Fantastic.
You do have a lifeline, which is a backtrack, right? So you could go to that first paragraph and choose again. But after you've made that second choice, you can't come back.
Yeah,
and I'll give you a hint. Sometimes after beating beasts, there are rewards. I'm not going to tell you whether there's a reward after this one, but if you do beat the beast, then there could be a reward after it. But
I mean, if I beat the beast, my reward's just going to be able to hold it over Smooth's head. So that'll be my reward.
Yes, you beat the mammoth. I will put you into the Hall of Fame as beat the beast with low skill.
It is it's a little too soon to be wasting a resource like that. So we're we're first decision in, and then if we die, we literally just have to go back and make the other decision anyway. So let's just go into
much
it.
Guess so. He's a cunning one. He knows how to play the game
literally only
already.
one decision to make if we die. So
let's do this then.
let's go.
So the Mammoth Beast. Let's get your adventure sheet up. The Mammoth Beast has a skill of 10 and a stamina of 11. So, the rules of battle are simple. You roll first for the enemy and then again for yourself. It's
Wonderful.
2d6 on both rolls. 2d6 for the enemy, 2d6 for yourself. We'll
Okay.
add your skill and we'll add their skill. And whoever's is highest wins the round, basically. You can use your luck during the battle. If you are the winner of the attack round, you can use your luck to inflict more damage onto the enemy.
Okay.
So if you use your luck and you're lucky, I'll take 2 extra stamina away from the monster. However, if you're unlucky, I will actually add 1 back to their stamina. However, if they win the attack round, you can use your luck to sort of stymie some of the damage.
Okay.
However, if you're unlucky, I will take away an extra point from your stamina. But if you are lucky, I will add 1 back. So are you ready?
The way that this works with the attacks is just it's 2d6, and then and then whoever has the higher, that is also the amount of damage done to stamina, or just the winner and it's 1 point of stamina.
It's 2 points of stamina.
2 points of stamina.
Whoever wins inflicts 2 points of stamina on the other, basically.
Gotcha. All right, now that I got that all settled, I'm good to go now.
Okay. So, are you ready to start your battle?
Let's do it.
Right then. If you wouldn't mind rolling 2d6 for the enemy, please.
Oh,
nice.
Let's go.
That'll do. So that gives them 12. And now if you can roll 2d6 for yourself, please.
Yes, sir. Oh, there we go.
A 3, not a 35. A 3 and a 5 gives you 18. Nice.
And we're actually going to use a luck because I want to get past this damn man.
Okay, so first of all, I'm going to just take away the 2 from there. So they've now got 9. So if you roll for luck and you're lucky, it'll bring them down to 7.
Okay.
If you are unlucky, it will take them back up to 10. So you've got to get 9 or below on 2d6. So can you roll 2d6, please?
Okay. Come on, look.
A 5 and a 1. That's
There we
6.
go.
So now that you've rolled for your luck, you've inflicted. You were lucky, and you've inflicted an extra 2 damage on the mammoth. But every time you use your luck, we reduce your current luck by 1.
Yep.
So now you have 8. So for the second attack round, would you please roll 2d6 for the enemy?
Yes, sir.
A 5 and a 4 gives them 19. And now if you can roll 2d6 for yourself, please.
Nope, not happening.
4 and a 4. That gives you 15. That means they win that attack round.
Yep.
So you're now down to 21, which isn't bad. So you still got a long way to go before you're killed.
Oh, for sure.
So would you like to test your luck or carry on?
No, we're gonna keep going. We're just gonna carry on.
Okay. 2d6 then, please. Just a hint as well. If you, rather than, because it seems like what you're doing at the moment is you're clicking the d6, then roll, then d6, then roll again for the 2d6. If you click the d6 twice and then roll, it'll roll the 2 dice at the same time.
Oh, really? Because what I'm doing is I'm clicking D6 and then I'm just hitting the roll button 2 times.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Maybe that works as well. Whatever works for you, mate. I'm just letting you know.
Oh, I see what you mean now. Okay. I just clicked. Okay, now it's set to roll it as 2d6. Okay, I see what you mean.
So if you could roll 2d6 for yourself, please. They scored 21. 3 and a 2 gives you 12. 12 against 21, yeah. I'm afraid. They win that attack round, so you're now down to 19. Would you like to try your luck or carry on?
We're just going to keep carrying on. I'm not going to press luck anymore for right now.
2d6 for the enemy, please. 4 and a 3 gives them 17. And 2 for yourself. 5 and a 3 gives you 15. Just 2 below, I'm afraid. Which means they win that attack round. So we'll have to bring you down to 17 stamina.
That's fine. Let's just keep on going.
Okay, 2d6 for the enemy, please.
Okay, I can live with that.
A 2 and a 2 gives them 14. That's much better. Come on, double sixes. Oh, a 2 and a 3 gives you 12. That was still 2 below, I'm afraid. You weren't lucky enough. That brings you down to 15. Would you like to test your luck and try and mitigate some of that damage, or carry on?
Nah, I'm just gonna keep carrying on. No point in blowing all the luck load in the first combat.
2d6 then. A 5 and a 1 gives them 16. And 2d6 for yourself, please. 5 and a 3 gives you 15. That's 1 below, I'm afraid.
No.
So you're down to 13 stamina now.
I spoke too soon. I'm sorry.
2d6 for the enemy, please. Oh. It gives them 19. And 2 for yourself, please. It's not going to cut it, I don't think.
No.
Sorry, it's 6 and a 4. No, you're 2 below again. So now you're down to a stamina of 11. Would you like to test your luck or carry on?
No, if this giant stuffed animal is going to take me out, I might as well just go out in a blaze of glory, like getting impaled on its tusk or something cool like that. Let's go.
Let's do it then.
Oh my
6
god!
And a 4.
No.
Gives them 20. I gotta be honest with you, with the skill of 7, let's think about this. If you got 2d6s right now, that'd be 12 plus 7.
Yeah, it's not even the math on that one.
Yeah, you're not gonna win even if you get double sixes. So, but roll anyway. 2 for yourself, please.
Yeah, just get the bad roll out of the way.
A 4 and a 1 is 12. It was quite low. I mean, they gorge you on that one. So I'm afraid you're down to 9 stamina. Test your luck.
Nope, we're just gonna keep going.
Okay. That's better.
I can live with this.
That gives them 13. Now you're in the game. You need to roll something a little bit higher.
There we go.
That's better. Gives you 17, which means you win the attack round, and that brings them down to a stamina of 5. Now would you like to test your luck?
Here's my question for you. If I die, does my luck set back to 9?
If you die, we'll re-roll all of your stats.
Oh, okay. In that case, then yes, I will test my luck.
Okay, then. 2d6, please. You've got to get 8 or below.
Damn it.
Oh, fuck.
Damn it.
You were not lucky, I'm afraid.
You scored a 10, which means that we have to give them a stamina back. So they're back up to 6.
I still did 1. We're making progress.
You did. You're making some progress. 2d6 for the enemy, please. A 3 and a 2. That's livable. You can get in there with that. That's 15 and 2 for yourself, please. 6 and a 1. Oh, you were 1 below with a 14.
I call hacks on my screen the die where they had the 1. It was like it was cocked on the 1 and the 4. I call hacks.
I can check, you know.
No, you're good. You're good.
So I'm afraid you're down to a stamina of 7 now.
Yeah.
So
keep it going.
Test your luck. Sorry. Okay. Carry on. 2d6. 4 and a 3. That's 17. You got to roll a 6 and a 6, or a 6 and a 5, or a 5 and a 5 to stay out, in the clear, basically. So they rolled 17, and now 2d6 for yourself. A 5 and a 1 gives you 13. So we'll reduce your stamina down to 5. Would you like to test your luck?
Yeah, might as well. Right,
okie dokie, 2d6, you got to get 7 or below.
Hey,
oh, that's lucky. So we'll give you a stamina point back. So now you're up to 6. Interestingly, if anyone wants to donate a £2 or a £3 donation, don't forget the £2 donation will grant ComixDad a potion, a random potion. But if you donate £3, you could donate a potion of choice. So yeah, if someone wants to donate a potion of choice, for £3, please go ahead before he dies. And he can use that potion in battles, and that's the point that I'm trying to make.
They all want to see me go down because all that smack I was talking about. I'd want to see me go down too if I talk smack. So.
Well, it's time for the next round. Would you please roll 2d6 for the enemy?
Yes, sir.
A 3 and a 2 gives them 15. That's doable. And 2 for yourself, please. But not if you roll a 4 and a 1, because that's 1 below with 14. So now you're down to 4 stamina. Would you like to test your luck or carry on?
No. I think we're just gonna carry on. Like Davey Verse just said, might be funny if I tie Smooth's record. So instead of trying to break Smooth's record or beat Smooth's record in the positive way, I'd rather just maybe tie, because then he doesn't have to carry that burden by himself anymore. I'll carry it with him.
Okie dokie. 2d6 for the enemy, please. You're gonna have to roll better than this, mate. 17.
So you know how I was telling you how the roll the roll 20 platform roller might be bugged? Just kidding. All right, let's do this. 2
for yourself. A 3 and a 4 gives you 14. I'm afraid that just don't cut it. Right. So what I'm going to say to you now is, because you're on a stamina of 4. Oh, well, actually, we'll take you down to 2 now.
Yep.
If they win on the next round, you'll die.
For sure.
If you roll your luck and you're lucky, it will give you 1 more stamina point. So you'll be up to 3.
Yep.
Which means you'll get 2 rounds. But if you're unlucky, it'll take you down to 1, and you'll still only have the 1 round that you have left anyway.
Yeah. Let's
so
do it.
Would you like to test your luck?
We're definitely going to test our luck.
Okay. 2d6.
Where was that when I needed it before? What the hell?
RNGesus is not with you today.
No.
What is that? Who tipped? The Shah.
Oh boy.
He says we'll leave it to fate.
Oh boy. That's what we've been doing. So let's see what happens.
So, Davyverse has donated £2, which means that you can get a random potion. So, a random potion means that you have to roll a d6. If it's 1 or a 2, it's a potion of skill. If it's a 3 or a 4, it's a potion of stamina. And if it's a if it's a 4 or a if it's a 5 or a 6, then it's a potion of luck. So lower third of the dice, it will be skill. Middle third of the dice, it'll be stamina, and upper third of the dice, it will be luck. So please roll 1d6. No. It's a potion that you can't use. You got a potion of skill.
We're just gonna roll with it. It is what it is, man.
Oh my golly gosh.
I'm good with this. This will not be the first time where I have had a character die within the first encounter of something. So
well,
we're good.
The one thing I will say is, if you die, well, you will die if they win the next round. But if you can hang on to that 1 point of stamina for the next 3 rounds, or until you've killed the mammoth, then you'll be good to go. But if you die on the next round, then I will push that pot of skill over to the next game, just so that Davyverse gets his money's worth.
Okay. I gotta say, you are being as polite as you can about this, and I appreciate it. If it was me running, I'd just be like, you are completely boned, my man. Just roll again. Let's go.
You are pretty boned at the moment, though. So, if you wouldn't mind, please roll 2d6. What's that? A 5 and a 1?
Yes, sir.
Oh, that's none of my business. Okay, so a 5 and a 1, that gives them 16, obviously.
I'm not gonna look.
Hang on, not yet. Oh,
I'm not
a 5
looking.
and a 4. Ooh, a 5 and a. Could
it's
you?
A tie.
It is, which means you've parried blows. So neither person has done, or neither creature has done any damage to one another. So, let me just delete these scores because you're carrying on.
Oh boy.
So you've got 1 more round at least. So 2d6 for the enemy, please.
You know what? Not looking seems to be the way to go, so I'm just gonna do that again.
A 2 and a 3 gives them 15.
Okay, we're in this.
And here we go. This is the telltale sign, whether you're dead or not. 2d6, go for it. I'm going to take that as a 6 and a 2, which gives you 15, which means you've parried blows again.
Oh jeez. Yeah, it shows on 6 on my end.
Wow. So, 2d6 for the enemy, please.
This whole no-look thing is really working out for me, huh?
A 4 and a 1 gives them 15 again. Come on, double sixes.
I'm superstitious, so we'll just keep this going. Oh well.
Oh my golly gosh, my friend. You didn't make it. You've lost the game. I'm afraid, my friend, with that, you have tied in the Hall of Fame with Smooth the DJ.
Let's go. Smooth, you're not alone, buddy. I will wear this badge of disgrace with pride.
Fate was not on his side, I'm afraid, Davey Verse.
Definitely was not.
But thank you for the £2 anyway. You've given him a potion of skill, which you can push over to the next game, which we'll, we'll roll for in a second. He's trying so nice to be hard. He's trying so nice to be hard with you, ComixDad.
Yeah,
that's
the other
what
way
I was
around
about to say.
Sound.
Stop that. Reverse it. What else you saying? I don't know. Might be fun. Yes, you said that. And then we've got ComixDad will greet hell with a grin on his face and a clean internet history. I don't know about that.
I have children, so it will be a clean internet history.
Have you left
free kids? I don't know about that.
Have you left instructions with the Queen Comics mom that if you should pass, that she's to clean all of your internet history?
It's funny you mentioned that. It actually specifically states in my life insurance that if I were to be trampled or impaled by an extinct prehistoric animal, that it's actually a $3 billion payout. So she'll be okay.
Nice.
It's kind of like that Looney Tunes where it's like if you get trampled by an elephant stampede with a black eye, it's $1 million payout.
That's brilliant. Professor Savage Dad, welcome to the chat. Thanks for joining us. And yes, unfortunately, he did dead.
ComixDad, I like it. I should start a horror channel called ComixDad.
ComixDad. And another one gone, and another one gone, and another one bites the dust. Hey, nobody wins these games. Another one bites the dust. Bam, 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 bam.
Love it. Absolutely love it.
I love the fact that he actually made the words work with the tune.
It was impressive.
Hey, nobody wins these games.
On the death music was great. Although in my mind I was singing to myself from Monty Python. Iene su domine. Bomais requiem.
Brilliant. Well, with that, we're going to go right
across the ice bridge.
We're going to go right back to the beginning of the game. Chapter 1. I'm not going to read all the background again. But what we are going to do is whilst we're on the Dubry Firkin, your old adventure sheet. I was trying to think of the name of it. We're going to roll for your stats on your second playthrough. So,
let's go.
Hopefully this time you will roll a little bit better of an initial skill, but who knows? So please, if you wouldn't mind, just roll 1d6 for your skill.
Are you serious? Oh my god! It's been fun, everybody.
Dude. Dude.
Jack, thanks for having me on, man. I appreciate it. I've enjoyed my time.
Do you know what? I'm feeling generous, mate. I'm feeling generous. If if you can roll a d6 now,
okay,
and it's in the middle third, I'll give you a reroll.
Okay, that's highly generous of you. You're a lot nicer of a GM than I am. Nope.
Nope. So it's 7.
Wonderful.
But luckily, you know that if you go the mammoth way, you know not to go that way again.
Yeah. Well, unless I'm just a glutton for punishment at that point. Or I want to prove something to myself.
I've got to get past this mammoth.
It's going to be the whole stream just fighting the damn mammoth.
Right. 2d6 for your stamina, please.
Okay.
4 and a 6. That's 10, isn't it? Plus the... What's it? That's 22.
Just one less than I had before. I'll take it.
Not bad. And 1d6 for your luck.
There we go.
5. Now, I tell you what, right? I'm going to give you a choice.
Okay.
You've currently got 11 luck and 7 skill.
Yeah.
Right. No, I won't give you a choice. Well, I'll give you a choice. You can either roll a d6, and if it's in the middle third, I'll let you swap your skill and your luck scores. But if you want to keep it as they are, you can keep it as they are. So you've either got a score of 4 or a 5, and I'll let you swap your skill and your luck if you want to.
Well, and if not, it just stays 7 and 11 anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, why not? Let's give it a try. Let's see. All right, eyes closed.
Oh, you did it.
There it is. Yeah.
So you rolled a 4. You want to swap them over, yeah?
Let us absolutely swap those.
Okay. I am being generous to you because 7's really bad.
I appreciate that, good sir. You know what? Let's.
So you'll fare a little bit better on this round. What are you guys saying? What are you guys bitching about in the chat? Hang on. Hang on, where's it gone? Oh, there they are. Okay, I see them now. Based on his playthrough, it's because they are written for no one to act sanely. Yes, perhaps. Quick, Queen ComixDad, scrub that browser. Jack was an absolute git for the first couple of months of this. Yeah, kind of. I was a little bit. Damn Jack, just let him pick a number at this point. Yeah, well, I could have. Look, I'm trying to make it as randomish as possible.
Oh, that's the best part. Completely randomized everything is always fun. So, except just not in Pokemon. I can't stand randomizers in Pokemon. Other than that, random is the way to go.
Yeah, so the ComixDad from the previous game, he's pushing up the daisies. He's pining for the fjords.
Oh, Danny boy, the pipes are calling.
From glen to glen. And anyway, so would you like to change, since you've got a potion of skill which you've carried over from the last game?
Yeah. Would
you like to change which potion you get to choose at the beginning of the game, or do you want to keep it as the potion of luck?
That's a good choice. Here's my question for you. So the potion of luck will permanently increase the luck by 1 for the rest of this character's life, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll stick with the potion luck then.
Okay. But it won't increase your initial luck until you use it.
Yes.
Okay. Correct. So like 7 is not a good place to be with your luck because Correct. It's kind of the middle ground, isn't it, on 2d6? And you remember I said Smooth DJ on his second time round of playing this game, he got stuck in an endless death loop of luck because he got below the minimum rollable luck. And every time he was unlucky, the character wounded him. So it just kept taking his stamina down every roll.
Yep.
So
yeah, that's why the second I get to the ice bridge, we're just gonna drink that potion of luck.
You may very well need to.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's get back into it. So, chapter 1. By the time you reach the outpost, bodies are blanketed. You find yourself on the edge of the crevasse, which is spanned by an ice bridge. Would you either walk around the crevasse or go over the ice bridge?
I'm going to go across the ice bridge, but before I do, I'm going to drink that potion of luck.
even though you've already got, like, you haven't used any of your luck at the moment.
Oh, so it'll refill the luck plus add.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay, then we're not going to drink that potion of luck, but we will cross the ice bridge.
Okay. The bridge is quite narrow and very slippery. Test your luck. If you're lucky, turn to 41. If you're unlucky, turn to 389. So, if you wouldn't mind, roll 2d6 and you've got to get 7 or below. Jesus Christ.
Well, at least I know I didn't waste the potion.
So you now have a current luck of 6. And we will we will go for the unlucky option, unfortunately. So 389.
I should have just went back and fought that damn mammoth.
Oh, dearie me. You are almost over the bridge when suddenly you slip and fall over the edge. Test your luck again.
Oh, boy.
If you're lucky, turn to 349. If you're unlucky, turn to 197. So this time you've got to get 6 or below. Now, you could take the potion at this point, and that would give you 8 to play with, and it would restore it back to its initial values plus 1. So it's up to you. You can either do that or try and get 6 or below on 2d6.
We're gonna try and get 6 or below.
Go for it.
We're gonna push it a little bit. All right, in the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Ghost, and Space Ghost. Yeah, see, like using that potion, it wouldn't have even mattered. So I think my instinct is just knowing that I'm gonna be unlucky, so I'm just holding on to it.
So now you have 5 luck, I'm afraid, and you were unlucky again. You fall headlong down the crevasse, landing heavily on an icy ledge some 10 meters below. Roll 1 die. Deduct this number from your current stamina score. So roll 1 die.
Holy crap.
So let me get your adventure sheet up so that you can see what's going on. So you rolled a 5. I'm going to take 5 away, so you're down to 17 on your current stamina, and you've got 5 luck.
Question for you, Jack.
Yeah.
Has anyone ever died twice in an adventure?
I think...
Because at this point, I'm just looking to make history.
I think someone's died 3 times. I can't remember who it was, though.
You have given me something to strive for now.
I did actually forget to mention to you, you have these provisions here, by the way. You've got 10 provisions. You can eat the provisions anytime you like, apart from in a battle.
Gotcha.
1 provision will restore 4 stamina points.
So if you like, you can eat one now.
Yeah, we'll do that. We'll eat one now.
Okay, so you've got 9 provisions left. And so we'll bring you back up to 21. So there you go. That's not too bad. Right. What chapter are you on? 197. Okay. Using your sword, you cut your you cut hand and toe holds into the side of the crevasse and haul yourself up. Plodding your way through the thick snow, you continue your quest, turning to 212. Let's take that down. There we go. 212. Oh, dearie me. The wind starts to howl, blowing gusts of snow into your face. You put your head down and stride into it. Above the howl of the wind, you suddenly become aware of another sound. The howling of wolves. You draw your sword while trying to peer through the snow, as if out of nowhere 2 snow wolves appear in front of you, hunched and ready to pounce. They are completely white except for their blood-red eyes. Suddenly, one leaps at you. You fight them one at a time. Both of them have the skill of 7. First has a stamina of 8. The second has a stamina of 7. So, I guess let's get into it.
Let's do it.
Because you can't go back.
Nope.
Because it would be pointless. So
before we get into,
yeah,
I was just saying, before we get into it, was there any chance I can now do that potion of luck, or would it have to wait till after the battle? If so, that's fine. I'm just curious.
I will allow you to. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, we'll do that then.
Okie dokie. So your initial luck is raised to 8, and your current luck is brought back to your initial luck. So you now have a current luck of 8. Okay, so the first one has a stamina of 8, and the second one has a stamina of 7. So to start the first attack round, you'll fight the first snow wolf first, obviously. So roll 2d6 for the enemy, please. A 6 and a 3.
At least I have a little buffer this time.
A little bit more, yeah. Gives them 16. And roll 2 for yourself, please.
Okay.
And a 1 and a 4.
16.
gives you 16. So you parried blows. Next round, 2d6 for the enemy, please. 4 and a 6 gives them 17. And 2 for yourself, please.
Okay.
5 and a 4 gives you 20. Well done. You win the attack round. We'll bring their stamina down to 6. You want to test your luck or carry on?
No, I don't think I'm going to test my luck at all during this, so we can just keep carrying on.
Okie dokie. 2d6 for the enemy, please.
That's
You just tell me if you do want to test your luck.
Sounds good.
And 2 for yourself, please.
There we go.
That's better.
Now we're cooking. Literally, I'll be cooking wolf meat after this. Let's go.
So they now have a stamina of 4. 2d6 for the enemy, please. 5 and a 1 gives them 13. A 3 and a 1 gives you 15. You still win the attack round. And that brings their stamina down to 2. 2d6 for the enemy, please. 3 and a 1 gives them 11. And 2 for yourself, please.
And that'll do it.
3 and a 4, you've killed that enemy. Good job.
Take that, wolf.
Right then, on to Wolfie number 2. 2d6 for the enemy, please. A 5 and a 1 gives them 13. And 2 for yourself, please. 5 and a 4 gives you 20. Good job. Means we'll bring their stamina down to 5. Let's carry on with two more d6 for the enemy. 3 and a 2 gives them 12. And 2 for yourself. 5 and a 1 gives you 17. Good job.
I'm just seeing the mammoth as I'm hacking into these things. Damn you, you tiny mammoths! That's
a 5 and a 4 gives them 16. Oh no, I mean, like with a stamina of 11, you're likely to beat these guys.
Oh, for sure.
A 2 and a 4 gives you 17. Nice work.
Okay, there we go.
They've got 1 stamina. If you want to use your luck now, you'll defeat this enemy, but if you win on the next round anyway, you'll defeat this enemy.
Yeah, I'll just roll one more time.
2d6 then, please.
Got
1 and a 3 gives them 11.
Game.
A 1 and a 6. I think you've done it, mate. Yeah.
I needed that confidence boost.
So there you go. You managed to do it. You've killed the beasts. You've beat the wolves. You've taken their pelts. That's the end of that battle. Well done, mate. Congratulations. You've actually won your first battle of the.
Not a battle against the elephant. Not a battle against gravity, but a battle against wolves.
So, anyway, if you win, turn to 202. Let's go. You step past the bodies of the wolves and continue your journey through the swirling snow. The climb becomes steeper and the going is slow. The snow is beginning to fall very heavily, swirling around in a strong wind. A blizzard is starting. If you wish to use your sword to dig a shelter in the snow, turn to 281. If you would rather press on, turn to 229.
My thing is, how the hell do you dig a shelter in snow with a sword?
Well, you could cut yourself a little igloo in deep snow, couldn't you? You're not seeing them survival channels on YouTube.
I'm gonna press on. Maybe there's a cave up ahead or something I can duck into.
Let's do this then. 229. The temperature is well below freezing point and the howling blizzard chills you to the bone. You struggle to walk through the snowstorm, but it drains your energy. Lose 2 stamina points. Oh dear. So we're going to take your stamina down to 19 from 21.
That's fine.
If you still wish to walk through the blizzard, turn to 387. Oh, before we do that, though, you could go back using your backtrack lifeline.
No, we're just going to make a decision here. And lesson learned, I'm going to dig myself a shelter now.
Okie dokie. 281. Sorry, I'll just log your number. It's 229, isn't it? Okay. 281. Here we go. You hurriedly cut blocks of ice out of the mountainside and build a makeshift igloo. You crawl into it as the blizzard blows down the mountain with ferocious power. Your body heat is retained inside the igloo and you keep warm. However, you must eat 2 portions of your provisions to regain your strength after the tiring walk and the effort of building the igloo. This does not increase your stamina. An hour later, the blizzard dies down and you crawl out of your shelter to continue your quest. So, knowing that you're going to lose 2 provisions, would you like to go back and make a different choice, or do you want to stick to what you've done?
The way I look at it is, if I continue on and I lose 2 more stamina anyway for pushing through the blizzard, it'll be as if I lost a provision anyway. So I'll keep going.
I guess so. Yeah. So I'm just going to deduct 2 provisions from your lot. You had 9. You're now down to 7.
Sounds good.
Okay. Turn to 169. Underneath an overhanging rock, you see a small wooden hut built against the side of the mountain. Its roof is piled high with snow and long icicles hang down from the window ledges. You see a set of deep footprints leading from the hut up the mountainside. If you wish to enter the hut, turn to 36. If you would rather follow the footprints in the snow, turn to 190.
Because there could be something in the hut.
It could be.
But at the same time, it could have been just somebody making their way up that way and getting into their home. But who would build a house on a mountain like that? Except maybe a witch. Oh, maybe I'll just get to the witch and kill her and end the game. Who knows?
I don't think that's the...
Yeah, no.
It's going to be that easy.
Let's enter the hut.
Okie dokie. The front door of the hut is frozen shut and you have to batter it with your shoulder to open it. There is only one room inside the hut containing the belongings of the fur trapper. Traps, furs and sacks are stacked in the corner of the room. A wooden bed, a table and a chair, and some cooking utensils show signs of recent uses. And the ashes in the fire are still warm. If you wish to put some logs on the fire and warm up... if you wish to put some logs on the fire and warm up the cold stew in one of the pans, turn to 118. If you would rather leave the hut and continue your quest, turn to 192.
I'd be a rather rude house guest if I just re-warmed up his food and ate it on him.
It might give you something that you need.
It could. Yeah, let's be a bad house guest. I'm just gonna make myself at home.
Okay. You've always got the backtrack.
Oh, for sure.
Okay. The fire is soon roaring again, and crackling in the hearth. The heat of the flames radiates through your body, and you revel in the warmth. The stew is delicious, and you feel your strength returning. Add 3 stamina points. With renewed energy, you decide to leave the hut and continue your quest. So, well done. That was a good choice. Good decision.
Yeah, it makes up for losing those 2 provisions. So
exactly. And you're back up to your initial stamina. So, job's a good one.
Let's go.
Right then. Turning to 192. As you are about to leave the hut, you catch sight of some weapons lying under the bed. If you wish to take a couple of them with you, turn to 255. If you do not wish to be encumbered by the additional weight and would rather leave without the weapons, turn to 263.
I'll take the weapons.
Okie dokie. You take a warhammer and a spear before leaving the hut. Okay, so let's put them on your adventure sheet. Got a warhammer and a spear. You're turning into Ryan Roger Athay. He's a spear chucker.
There it is.
This was quite fun over when you did. Did you play this game then? I was trying to think who it was. I know that Smoo played it, and did you die 3 times in this game then? Or was it someone else who died 3 times in a different game? Weapons under the bed. The dildo sword.
Pretty sure Combi wasn't playing right now. I am.
Thought ComixDad looked like Goldilocks.
Oh yeah, all my wonderful flowing hair.
This one's too short. This one's too long. This one is just right.
Turn it. What is it? If found, return to the ownership of Bonnie Blue.
Mate, she puts them in sideways.
Yeah. Oh man.
You don't think you died that many times? It must have been someone else then. You did die by fear, though, in that one game, didn't you? You shit yourself to death. Anyway, you take the warhammer and the spear before leaving the hut. Outside again, in the deep snow, you set off on your trek up the mountainside, following the footprints. The high altitude and thin atmosphere make you pant for breath as you continue your steady climb, lose 1 stamina point. So I'm just going to deduct 1 stamina point. You're down to 21 from 22. Suddenly, you hear the sound of a human voice followed by a ferocious roar. Not far ahead, you see a first trapper fighting for his life against a gigantic bear-like beast with long white fur and sharp teeth protruding from its jaws. It is the killer beast you have been hunting, the abominable Yeti. You watch the unfortunate trapper being gashed by the Yeti's claws and falling face down in the snow. Incensed by the vicious attack, you scream at the Yeti and run through the snow to attack it. I like it. That's get into the spirit of things. Are you carrying a Are you carrying a spear? You are. So we'll turn to 391. If you have frostbite in your sword arm, turn to 195. If not, turn to 249. I don't remember you getting frostbite in your arm.
No, I've been taking notes here and I don't have anything about frostbite.
Yeah, I remember the snow chilling you to the bone and you lost 3 stamina points, didn't you, or something? Or 2 stamina points.
That probably would have happened if I kept on going.
Yeah, I think so too. But you don't have frostbite in your sword arm, so we'll turn to 249. Oh, here we go. This is it. Gripping the shaft tightly. You pull back your foreskin. No, you pull back your arm and hurl the spear at the snarling Yeti. Roll 1 die. If you roll a 1, turn to 157. If you roll 2 or greater, turn to 219. So roll 1d6, please. Oh my good lord.
For all we know, it could be a good thing.
It could be.
Probably not, but...
249. So I'm just logging that in at the moment, because what I will allow you to do is, if you don't like this choice, I'll allow you to backtrack and re-roll again, basically.
Okay.
So you rolled a 1. The shaft is icy and it slips from your grip as you release it. The spear misses the Yeti, plummeting harmlessly into the snow. So at this point, would you like to backtrack and re-roll, or do you want to carry on?
No, we're gonna use the backtrack at this point, and we're gonna because I have a feeling that spears it wouldn't be put in there if there wasn't a reason for it.
Okie dokie. Well, there's no saying that you're going to not roll a 1 again.
I know, and as we've all seen, my luck is god awful in this, but we're gonna take our chances.
So it was 249, wasn't it? Or 2,
yes, sir.
4. Yeah. Okay, so roll 2d6, please. Sorry, 1d6.
Much
there
better.
You go.
Okay.
But you've used your lifeline, and so you can't use backtrack again now for the rest of this journey.
That's fine.
So, the spear flies through the air and it thuds into the Yeti's shaggy chest. It roars in pain but does not fall. You quickly draw your sword to fight the enraged beast. So you have to fight the Yeti with a skill of 10 and a stamina of 9. But what I can tell you is if you'd have carried on the other way, you'd have had to fight the Yeti anyway, but its skill would have been greater.
Yeah, I figured it probably would have just been even worse to go up against, so... I knew I was going to be fighting it either way, so...
So let's get into it. Let's get your adventure sheet up. It's got a skill of 10 and a stamina of 9, so you haven't got relatively far to go. But you are on almost equal footing as far as skill scores go. So if you wouldn't mind starting the first attack round by rolling 2d6 for the enemy.
Okay, doable.
2 and a 5 gives them 17. And 2 for yourself, please. Nice. A 3 and a 5 gives you 19. You win that attack round. Don't forget you've got a current luck of 8 as well.
Yes, sir.
We're going to reduce their stamina down to 7. Would you like to test your luck or carry on?
No, we're going to carry.
Just saying, if you do test your luck and you're lucky, we'll reduce their stamina down to 5.
Yep, yeah, we're going to carry on and see how this plays out for right now.
Okie dokie. 2d6 for the enemy, please. A 3 and a 2 gives them 15. And 2 for yourself, please. A 1 and a 3 gives you 15, which means you've parried blows. Nice. No harm, no foul. 2d6 for the enemy, please. 5 and a 3 gives them 18. And 2d6 for yourself, please. A 4 and a 1 gives you 16, which means they win that attack round. And we'll reduce your stamina down to 19. Would you like to test your luck or carry on?
No, not currently.
2d6 for the enemy, please. Nice.
Much better.
2 and a 1 gives them 13. And 2 for yourself, please. That's good. That's good. Gives you 19, which means you win the attack round. We'll bring their stamina down to 5. Test your luck or carry on?
We will test our luck this time.
Okay, 8 or below on 2d6. It is indeed 8 or below. You've rolled a 6, so we'll reduce your current luck down to 7, and we'll reduce their stamina down to 3. Okay, next round, 2d6 for the enemy, please. 4 and a 2 gives them 16. And 2 for yourself, please. 2 and a 3 gives you 16. You parry blows, no harm done to either. 2d6 for the enemy, please. 4 and a 3 gives them 17. And 2 for yourself. 3 and a 1, I'm afraid.
Yep.
That's 15. And we'll have to reduce your stamina down to 17. Would you like to test your luck at all?
No. I'm looking good still, so we're gonna keep going.
2d6 for the enemy, please. 5 and a 3 gives them 18. And 2 for yourself, please. Nice. A 5 and a 4 gives you 20. You've won that attack round. We'll bring their stamina down to 1. So what I'll say at this point is, if you test your luck and you're lucky, you'll kill the enemy outright. If you're unlucky, we'll only add 1 stamina back to their score, which means that if you win the next attack round, you'll defeat them anyway.
Yeah.
So if you're lucky, you'll kill them right now, lose 1 luck point. But if you're unlucky, you might be able to kill them in the next round, but you lose a luck point. So it's up to you.
Yeah, we're going to hold on that luck point and just see how we do in the next round.
Okie dokie. 2d6 for the enemy, please. 2 and a 2.
Seemed like it was a good call, let's say.
I kind of feel like it was. I'm feeling lucky for you this time. 2 for yourself. there we go. A 2 and a 3 gives you 16.
Some new clothes.
You've defeated the enemy, so congratulations, my friend. You did it. Well done. Oh, I hate it when it just cuts like that. I've really got to work on that music. I say that every single show. Anyway, you done it. You've beaten the Yeti with a spear and sheer will. So let's get back into it. You won. Let's turn to 67. Right. So you know you're on the right track when it's a really long paragraph. So you kneel down beside the fur trapper and turn him over slowly. His eyes are barely open and blood trickles down from the corner of his mouth. The Yeti has gouged deep wounds in his chest, and you realize that there's no hope of saving him. With great effort, he reaches up and grabs you round the neck, pulling you down so that you can hear his dying words. He thanks you for trying to save him and insists on telling you his secret. In terrible pain, he struggles to whisper his story. He tells you that he has lived in the mountains for most of his life, hunting animals and trading their furs, but for the last 5 years, he has been searching for the legendary Crystal Caves. These caves have been cut out of a glacier by the followers of the Snow Witch, a beautiful yet evil sorceress who's trying to use her dark powers to bring on an ice age so that she can rule supreme over the whole world. The entrance to the Crystal Cave is high up on this very mountain. It is open, but hidden by an illusion. The unfortunate fur trapper found it by accident only yesterday when he saw one of the Snow Witch's warriors seemingly walk straight through an ice wall and disappear. The trapper left a piece of fur hanging over the entrance so that he could find it again the next day. Sadly, the Yeti has put an end to his hopes. He asks you to enter the caves and slay the vile Snow Witch and leave her followers without their leader. There are legends about great treasures being frozen into the walls of the Snow Witch's lair, which would provide ample reward. The fur trapper suddenly grips you hard and then falls back silently into the snow. He's dead. You cover him with snow before deciding what to do. 50 gold pieces await you if you return with evidence of the Yeti's death to Big Jim's son. But the thought of the quest through the crystal caves beneath Icefinger Mountains excites you, and you decide to set off to find them. So we'll turn to 25. Okay.
At least take the scalp with me, so this way if I make it back, I can at least have the scalp of the Yeti.
I guess so. Do you know what? As an honorary thing, I'm gonna put it in your crap. Yeti scalp.
Let's go.
Achievement unlocked. Scalped the Yeti.
Secret trophy.
Now that the snow has stopped falling, the sky is clear and blue. The air is cold and crisp, and the snow crunches beneath your feet. Slowly you'll make your way up the mountainside looking for the cave entrance marker left by the snow trapper. Suddenly you hear a distant rumble from above. Terrifying sound of an avalanche. Test your luck. If you're lucky, turn to 163. If you're unlucky, turn to 109. So you've got to score 7 or below on 2d6. So roll 2d6, please.
Wait, what? Thought I hit it.
It's a skewed dice, so I'm going to ask you to roll it again because I can't see which one it is.
I'm willing to play it as it lied on my end if you want.
What? So a 4 and a 4?
Yeah, that's why I kind of threw my head in the air, because it's weird that it showed one way on one side of the screen and a different way on my side.
Yeah. Well, it was skewed for me, and I'm the dungeon master.
I was gonna say GM's choice.
Yeah. So roll 2d6, please. Well, it didn't matter anyway, so because you still were unlucky.
This dice roller is just saying "get bit, ComixDad."
Right, so you've tested your luck. You've got 6 luck now, and you were unlucky, unfortunately, so we'll turn to 109. You look up and see great cascades of snow tumbling down the mountainside. With horror, you realise that you are standing in the path of the avalanche. You look around to see an outcrop under which you could shelter. The approaching mass of snow is no more than 100 meters away, and you struggle for cover. Roll 2 dice. If the total is the same or less than your skill score, turn to 81. If the total is greater than your skill score, turn to 371. Well, you'll only be unlucky in this case if you roll 2 6s. Now is not the time for a good roll. Okay, so 2d6, please.
Oh,
there you go. So 81 it is. You dive under the outcrop as the snow crashes down all around. Pressing yourself as close as you can against the ice-covered wall of your shelter, you wait until the avalanche has passed. With a sigh of relief, you set off again in search of the crystal caves. You make your... Oh, sorry, I haven't put your adventure sheet down. You make your way slowly up the mountainside until you reach a rock face that is too steep to climb. You walk around the side until you see a massive wall of ice which completely blocks a gully between 2 peaks of the mountainside, the glacier. Your heart leaps as you catch sight of a piece of fur hanging on the wall by the ice trapper. By the first trapper. Although you cannot see the entrance, you walk straight ahead. You shut your eyes as you think you are about to walk into the wall of ice, but you walk straight through the illusion and find yourself inside a long tunnel carved into the ice. You walk down it and soon find a T-junction. If you wish to turn left, turn to 395. If you wish to turn right, turn to 215.
Let's go. I guess let's go. Go to the right.
The tunnel opens out into a small cavern which is empty apart from a brass bowl resting on the top of an ice plinth. The bowl contains a yellow liquid and a wooden ladle. If you wish to drink some of the liquid, turn to 24. If you would rather walk back out of the cavern without drinking the liquid, turn to 56.
It's yellow. That's always a concerning color.
Don't eat yellow snow.
Yeah, right. It's in a brass bowl. These people are kind of followers or hers, almost religious zealots. It could be something good, but it also could just be something poisonous.
It could be.
I will.
See, Tomby's got it.
Yeah. I will just turn around and not eat or not drink the liquid, the yellow liquid. I will not drink
Tomby said, "Don't eat yellow snow. Drink it instead."
Oh, well, you know what?
That's kind of like a pseudo ask the audience, phone a friend. It's completely up to you, though. You can either drink the liquid or walk away.
You know, that man has never steered me wrong so far. So sure, we're gonna drink the yellow snow instead of eat it.
Okay, but now that you've made your decision, that's your decision.
Yes, sir.
But what I can tell you is the chat does not have a good track record of advising
It's all good.
The adventurer.
We're having fun.
The liquid sends a glow through your body and you feel wonderfully warm. You have swallowed a potion made by the Snow Witch that keeps her followers from feeling the cold. Add 3 stamina points. The potion also cures frostbite. Any skill points that you may have lost because of frostbite are now restored. With renewed vigor, you walk back out of the cavern. So, you were at 17. It's renewed 3 points, so you're back up to 20. You have a stamina of 20. You walk past the entrance tunnel on your left and continue down the main tunnel. The tunnel bends around to the right. As you turn the corner, you almost bump into a tall, pale-skinned humanoid coming the other way. He's wearing a white cloak with a hood pulled over his head. He is a mountain elf, one of the Snow Witch's followers. Will you nod your head at him and walk by nonchalantly? Tell him you have come to join the Snow Witch's followers, or attack him with your sword.
The meme would be just to nod at him and be like, "What's up?" Let's go with... I'm jotting down my decision real quick.
Hobo piss is tasty. Boom.
We're gonna tell him we came to join the Snow Witch's followers.
Interesting.
See if maybe that'll get us a little deeper into the territory here without too much risk and exposure.
Okay then.
Unless it's a blood sacrifice initiation, then I'm screwed. But
well, here we go. The mountain elf looks at you in disbelief and says, "Nobody of good heart would wish to join the Snow Witch. I'm only here because of this." Throwing back his hood, the elf reveals a metal collar around his neck, which glows in the semi-darkness. "Only the obedience collar makes me serve her," he continues in a dour voice. I don't know whether that was a dour voice, but that was my impression of him. I think he says, "Only the obedience collar makes me serve her." If you wish to reiterate your desire to join the Snow Witch, turn to 22. If you would rather change your story and tell the elf that you intend to slay her, turn to 264.
No, we're definitely gonna change our story because it seems like this dude don't even want to be here. So although he has the obedience collar to obey her commands, maybe, just maybe, he's like, "Yo, let's do it."
The mountain elf looks at you and smiles. "Now you're talking," he says. "Kill her and free us. Here, take my cloak to disguise yourself and follow this until it branches. Take the right-hand fork. Good luck." You shake the elf's hand and run off down the tunnel.
There we go.
So, remember, he said take the right-hand fork. You soon arrive at the fork in the tunnel that the mountain elf mentioned, and deciding to take it advice, you enter the tunnel to your right. Okay, well, it didn't give you the choice then, did it?
Ah.
Further ahead, in the left-hand wall of the tunnel, you see a gap. You walk up to it and peer round to see a cave in which a Neanderthal is stripping the skin off a moose, making it ready for the large simmering stew pot behind him. He's working very slowly and is being yelled at by the gnome cook, who is wearing a white apron and waving a wooden spoon in the air. If you wish to enter the crude kitchen, turn to 95.
Oh.
If you would rather creep past the entrance, turn to 267.
I mean, I am wearing a disguise, and we could get some more information, and maybe some tasty, and some maybe some tasty moose stew as well.
Maybe.
Let's enter the kitchen. Why not?
If moose stew is something to be considered tasty.
I've had venison before, And if moose takes anything like venison, then I think we're going to be all right.
If it tastes better than that cold coffee I just drank, then good for you.
Yeah, I got the same situation over here. I'm just sipping 5-hour-old coffee over here. So
I reckon that's what they do at Starbucks. You know, when they make the iced coffee, I think they literally just like take a coffee that someone didn't buy, or someone asked them to remake it or something like that. Anyway.
I wouldn't be surprised, considering they considering they want to walk out and protest over uniforms when they get paid to do nothing anyway. So
I know, right? Like, go figure your pronouns out or whatever. So you're entering the crew kitchen, yes?
Yes, sir.
The gnome walks up to you and shouts, "Get out! Dinner will not be served for another 2 hours. You'll hear the bell. Mind you look a little worse for wear, so you can have this stale cake if you wish." The gnome points at a piece of cake lying on the table. If you wish to take the cake and leave, turn to 290. If you would rather attack the Snow Witch's servants, turn to 187.
We're going to take the cake and go. My bad, dude. My bad. I will take dessert, though. That's fine. You don't have to tempt me.
You leave the cake and turn left, back to the tunnel, eating the cake as you go. It is stale and virtually tasteless, but it gives you a little energy. Add 1 stamina point.
Sounds good.
So you're up to 21 now.
Let's go.
So we'll turn to 198. In the distance, you hear chanting voices. Before long, the tunnel ends at the entrance to a large cavern. Kneeling down before an ice effigy in the shape of a demon, their hooded faces pressed to the ice floor in worship, are 10 of the Snow Witch's followers. There are 2 exits from the cave, one to your left and one to your right. If you're wearing a cloak, turn to 384. If you're not, turn to 260. Well, you are,
yes,
so
sir.
we'll turn to 384. Oh god. You pull down the hood of your cloak as far as possible and walk towards the tunnel exit on your right. Test your luck. If you're lucky, turn to 295. If you're unlucky, turn to 370. So, let's get your adventure sheet up. You've got to get 6 below or below on 2d6. So, roll 2d6, please.
I can't look.
You did it!
Holy crap, let's go!
We'll still reduce your luck score down to 5.
Yeah. That'll happen.
And you were lucky, so well done. None of the worshippers suspects that you're an intruder, and you're able to walk through their temple without trouble into the other tunnel. The tunnel ends quite soon at a T-junction. To your left, you can hear cries for help. If you wish to turn left, turn to 311. If you wish to turn right, turn to 125.
Man. Yeah, I guess we'll turn left towards the cries for help. I'll be a good adventurer.
The tunnel ends at the edge of a pit, out of which a dwarf is trying to climb, but he keeps on slipping back. The floor of the pit is covered with large ice boulders which have crashed down from the shaft above the pit. One lands on the dwarf's shoulders, and you hear the wild cheers from the top of the shaft as he tumbles onto the floor. The dwarf sees you and shouts, "Curse you, stranger, if you do not aid me. I see you're not wearing a collar." If you wish to help the dwarf out of the pit, turn to 376. If you'd rather ignore his pleas and walk back to the junction, turn to 57.
Yeah, we'll continue down the path of the goody two-shoes adventurer. We'll help him out.
You lie down and lean over the edge of the pit and tell the dwarf to grab your arm. Much to the annoyance of the spectators above, the dwarf escapes from the pit. You run together back to the junction where the dwarf turns right. You tell the dwarf that you intend to carry straight on to find the Snow Witch.
as turning right would lead you back into the Hall of Worship. The dwarf tells you that he must escape quickly and return to his village now that he's free. He thanks you for helping him and hands you a leather bag, and then runs off. But before he disappears, he turns and shouts, "Beware the white rat." You open the leather bag and find a sling and 3 iron balls. You pack them away and set off along the tunnel. So let's add those to your adventure sheet. You have a slingshot and 3 iron balls.
Can always do with an extra ball.
Who's got big balls? You've got big balls. They're such big balls, and they're dirty great balls.
They're iron great balls. And we've got the biggest iron balls of them all.
So, let's turn to 125. The tunnel through the glacier soon leads into the mountainside itself, and the walls change from ice to bare rock. You enter a large cavern which has 3 other exits leading from it. One to your left and one to your right, and the main one. Carved as a giant skull lying directly up. You enter a large cavern which has 3 other exits leading from it. One to your left, one to your right, and the main one carved as a giant skull lying directly opposite. As you enter, an ugly robed man steps out of the mouth of the skull, holding a glass prism in his outstretched hands. He commands you to turn back, as only the Snow Witch's personal servants are allowed inside the mountain. If you have a magic flute, you may wish to tell him that you have been asked to come and play it for the Snow Witch.
Oh, I've got a magic flute for her, all right. Hey!
Hey, Snow Witch, come and play a tune on my flute. Or you may attack him with your sword. Well,
I guess I only have one option.
Yeah. You don't have the flute. So you're going to have to attack him with your sword. Now, I'm going to tell you, this is the luck death loop.
Okay.
So, you've currently got 5 luck. What I will say to the people in the chat is, if someone would be kind enough to either donate £2 and then he gets a random potion, or if they donate £3, he can choose a potion, and he'll be able to use it and restore his luck back to its initial value +1.
Support
so if someone
respect Jack's grift. Let's go.
Alternatively, also, you could donate a £5 donation, and then he gets the Adventurer's Care package, which will give him 2 of either 4 gold or 2 provisions, or 1 potion and either 4 gold or 2 provisions. Alternatively, if you donate £10, that will return all his stats to their initial values, or it will return a lifeline. He gets to choose which one he wants. Just to say also, the £5 donation could give him a reroll depending on what he wants to choose. So a £3 donation will give him a potion of choice. A £2 donation will give him a random potion, and the £5 donation will give him the Adventurer's Care package with the choice of a potion if he wishes. So if someone wants to donate, now's the time. But until then...
Don't you guys want to see me succeed? Give Jack money! Let's go!
The ugly man sneers at you as you draw your sword. He rubs his prism, and suddenly 3 identical images of himself appear. They walk towards you. Each one has a dagger raised in his right hand. 2 of the images must be illusions, but which will you strike with your sword? The man on the left, the man in the middle, or the man on the right?
Logic would dictate that the illusions would emanate from the middle, but I don't feel like that's going to be this simple.
Who knows? It's completely your choice.
Let's strike the one on the right.
The illusionist screams in pain as your sword cuts into his side.
Let's
He
go!
drops to the floor as the other 2 images fade away. As you step over him, he starts to laugh and stands up. His wound is completely healed. If you wish to thrust your sword at him again, turn to 261. If you wish to try to smash his prism, turn to 72.
Oh, we're going to crush that thing hard. Let's go.
So you want to try and smash the prism?
Yes, please.
Okay. You pretend to give up the fight and then suddenly leap at the illusionist. Catching him momentarily off guard, you manage to snatch the prism out of his hand and throw it onto the floor. It shatters into many pieces and the illusionist turns and flees into the skull mouth. Screaming at the top of his voice, smoke rises from the shattered fragments of the prism and forms itself into the shape of a fat, bald man. A genie. Hovering in midair, hovering in midair, he bows and thanks you for releasing him. He tells you that if you call on him, he will make you invisible just once as a token of his gratitude. Without saying another word, the image shimmers and disappears. You now have to decide which way to head. Well done, mate.
Let's go.
You got straight past the luck death loop.
Yeah, I was, because I definitely felt like the middle was a trap. It seems like it's the most obvious that people would go for, but also given that the middle path had that skull on it as well. Mm-hmm. So I was like, no, it can't be the middle. So it was just a matter of 50-50. Was it left or right at that point?
Slay Queen, yes. So which would you like to do? Enter the tunnel on your left, the tunnel on your right, or the one with the skull mouth?
Let's I mean our objective is to go kill the Snow Queen, or Snow Witch. So I guess let's actually, because that would be maybe again too obvious that he's probably going to warn people. So let's go to the tunnel on the left and see where that takes us.
As soon as you step into the tunnel, an iron grill drops down behind you, barring your retreat. It's impossible to lift, and there's nothing you can do but find out what lies at the end of the tunnel.
Great.
You soon arrive at an iron door which blocks your way forward. Beyond the iron door, the tunnel turns to the right. If you possess a key, turn to 165. If you don't, turn to 393. So, looks like we've only got one way to go. Oh no! You are trapped inside the mountain tunnels. You know that it will not be long before the Snow Witch's guards discover you and condemn you to a life of slavery.
I have a sword.
You have failed in your mission.
I have a sword. Why can't I just... Damn. Every day we make it. Math got me working.
Right. So, at this point, my dear friend, you've lost twice. We're only 2 hours into the stream. I know you want to leave within the hour, basically.
Yeah, because I got a show in 2.5 hours from now. So
I'll give you a choice. We can either play for another hour, and that will probably mean that we'll get part way through the mission. Although, because you know some of the way through, we can actually get through a little bit quicker now.
Really, more or less, just
another one gone.
Pretty much, yeah. More or less, it would just be dealing with the fights and rolling for the luck at that point.
Kind of, yeah.
Because I've been laying out how this has been working. So
it'll probably mean that you'll end the stream partway through the mission, but it means that we get to bring you back. Hello, Queen Comics Mom.
Jack says hello. He sees you. Everybody sees you.
Everybody sees you.
Move your motherfucker. Can you move that? It's gonna break this.
Yes, for want of a better word.
That's fine.
Yeah, I think. How do you feel about maybe having me back on in the future? And we can I'll just hold on to my notes and we can run it through from there, or we can just start something new in the future at some point.
Well, that's the thing. Next time, because you've died now, if you don't start another game, it will be something completely different next time.
Gotcha.
But if you want to continue playing for the next 50 odd minutes, then we can play through, and then it will sort of end halfway through your mission.
Now you know what? We'll leave the people with a proper ending. Instead of giving them something to hang on to, we'll give them a proper ending. I got myself all chained up.
Well, there we go then, boys and girls. There we have it. It's another one bites the dust.
But I am determined. I am absolutely determined to come back and take on whatever adventure you have for me next time you have me back on.
Well, how have you enjoyed your stream?
This was fantastic. I mean, it was fun. It was fun watching previous streams of this, but actually being an active participant, even more fun than just watching. And watching is a lot of fun. So I absolutely had a blast, and I appreciate you, Jack, reaching out and asking me to come and be your next victim.
Well, that's what everyone else calls them, victims rather than adventurers.
And it was also worth it because I have walked away sharing a title with our buddy Smoo. So.
You have, yes. You've been a fantastic guest adventurer. I'm so glad that you came on the stream. It's been an awful lot of fun. I'm going to kick you into the back of the studio. If you wish to stay around, and we'll have a little chat after the end of the show. We can do that. But before I kick you out, I would like you, please, to shill your wares.
Well, everybody, you can find me, obviously, on ComixDad, the YouTube channel, and also my Rumble channel, which is called ComixDad Channel. You can follow me on X as well, at ComixDad. I have actually, in about 2.5 hours from now, a little less, I have my show Talking Shop, where I have a guest on. Tonight's guest is actually Naggardnall, member of the GCA, and also another wonderful mod that hops across many YouTube channels. We're going to be talking comics and probably some gaming stuff and his content creation and things like that. Tomorrow I might try to get in a gaming stream during the day, just because we have family coming to visit tomorrow night and have some stuff going on. And then Monday I have my weekly show, the Pull List, where I just talk about basically the new comics in the upcoming week, since Wednesday is New Comic Book Day. And then be sure also, guys, be sure also, guys, to check out Queen Comics Wife as well. Anytime I go somewhere, I always want to push her stuff as well. So Queen Comics Wife on YouTube, Queen Comics Wife on Rumble as well. Check her out as well. She's just she just chills and talks to everybody. Not like me, where I do a bunch of convoluted have topics and all that stuff. She just BS's, and it's great.
Well, I was just about to put your links into the chat, but it looks like Legatus has started doing it for me. So thank you so much, Legatus. He's put the YouTube one in the chat. I'm just about to put the Rumble one in myself. So yeah, go and follow ComixDad over on his YouTube and his Rumble there. Where is your Twitter link? Give me a second. And these links are in the description below as well, but I'm just putting them in the chat for, you know, shits and giggles. Anyway, ComixDad, it's been a pleasure to have you on, and until the next time we see each other, I'm sorry, but here your adventure ends.
That's okay. It's been a pleasure. Off into the abyss I go.
Ah! Take care, buddy.
Thanks, man.
And as for me, I'm Jack Tarlad, of course. You can catch me on all of my socials at Jack Tarlad. I'm on Rumble and YouTube. We do have a Rumble channel called Read and Roll, and I'm trying to build up the subscriber count over there. Let's think about this. I've been taking a little bit of a hiatus off of like my nightly streams just because I've got some in real life stuff to do, but I'm trying to make sure that Read and Roll is consistent. So look out for notifications regarding Monday and Tuesday night. Wednesday night, I am on Tomby's Hump Day Chinwag on Wednesday at 8 o'clock British time. And after that, I'm supposed to be doing a stream called Something or Nothing, where I'll talk about something or nothing at all. So stay tuned for that. I'll say goodbye to the peoples in the chat. We've had Davyverse, Tomby, Eclectic Goat, Abe, Steve, and Legatus Lee Jonas. It's been a pleasure to see you all tonight. And thank you very much for joining us. But until next time, take care of yourselves and see you soon. Good night.